Clayton, is that if you want to go on and get started with the, and it is 101.
Oh, we're right on time. Well, everyone, welcome back. We are going to move right into our next presentation. We have Dr. Josette Bradford and Ms. Jamila Clayton, and they are going to talk to us about how to develop connectivity with summer bridge programs during this time of social distancing. So we'd like to welcome them to the platform. I'll turn over host control, Mr. Cole.
Okay, who's going to be the presenter?
I'm going to be sharing the screen, Mr. Cole.
All right, well, I am going to turn it over to Jamila.
Thank you, and good afternoon.
And her PowerPoint is up on in the chat room for everyone to download. And Jamila, you are the host.
All right, thank you. I'm going to share my screen, and then I have Dr. Bradford as well, and I'm going to share
Good
the
afternoon,
screen.
everyone.
Hello there.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I hope everyone's doing well and sheltering in place, getting prepared to go back to the campus if you have to go, or enjoying staying at home if you get to continue to stay in place.
I think I can be a real introvert.
Oh, yeah, I think it works for me too. Yes. Well, today, Ms. Clayton and I are here to talk to you about how to develop connectivity with summer bridge programs during social distancing. So as everyone knows, this pandemic has changed the way we do everything. I don't know about you, but going into the stores, trying to have my gloves on, take them off to get my wallet, then put it back on to touch the screen. It's too much. So we sat down and we talked about how can we continue the summer bridge experience that we typically would provide to our students on campus in the traditional format. How can we take that, modify it, and make some sort of virtual summer experience for students? So that's exactly what we did. We came up with the virtual summer bridge experience where we're going to offer students courses, which Ms. Clayton is going to talk about. We're going to continue to offer them, and then we developed ways that we can still connect to them and get them to connect to each other and to the campus prior to their arrival in the fall. So we had to change. We had to adjust and come up with a way that we can still connect and not shut down our communications with our students over the summer. So what we have, we're going to go over, give you an overview of the virtual summer experience program, talk about the courses and the enrollment. We're going to tell you how we're connecting to the students using our orientation course, as well as the Cohort Directors and student connection, because it's very important to get them connected to the professors and the faculty and the staff on campus. And then we're going to talk about the campus community connectivity. We'll answer any questions that you may have, so feel free to ask any questions about it, and we'll wrap it up. So Ms. Clayton is going to start now with giving you the overview of the virtual summer experience program.
Yes, thank you. And we are all really excited about this program. It's coming along really great so far. We've opened up the application already, and actually the application deadline closes today. And so the virtual summer experience is an online summer experience for highly motivated incoming freshmen. Traditionally, we have our summer bridge programs. We have about 13 different ones that we offer on campus. They get to move in the dorms in the summer. They get to take 6 credits or 12 credit hours. And the students are always really excited. So we're happy that we're still able to offer something to them. We did make some changes since it is going to be completely virtual now. And as the students apply for the program, they're going to be placed into one of our 10 cohort groups by major. And I'll go into more detail about the groups on the next slide. And This year, we're going to have it a 6-week online experience, and it's going to start off in the second summer session. But the first week is going to be a virtual orientation so we can get students prepared for our online learning experience and just create that bond, that connection that they would normally get in a traditional summer bridge experience. We're going to create that in an online virtual way and just get them started with that first week. And so these are our 10 cohort areas by major. So we have our business cohort, engineering cohort, biology, agriculture and human sciences, justice studies and psychology, architecture, nursing, our humanities, so all of our majors that fall under humanities. And we have our Panther Pride group, which will be open to all majors, and we have our education cohort. And all of our cohorts will be managed by faculty and staff from each of the colleges or departments that we're working with, and they will oversee all of the students. Typically for our traditional summer bridge programs, we serve 650 to 700 students, but now we're going to be serving 405, and we wanted to keep it a little bit smaller so that we make sure that we connect really closely with our students. Since it is a virtual program, we want to make sure that they don't get lost and that they don't feel like they don't know where to go for help. So each of our faculty directors and staff will work with them very closely. And as you can see on the screen, each cohort has an assigned number of students, and each college, they've been actively recruiting and getting students to be a part of the program and be a part of their cohorts. And for our larger groups, such as engineering, they have 75 students. Nursing will have 50, and Panther Pride have 50. They have multiple faculty and staff who will be working with the students, so we can break them up into smaller groups and just to make sure that we are really connecting with them in this virtual environment. And so we're really excited how we have everything set up into cohorts. And the program is set to start on June 22nd and it will end August 5th. And like I said, this is during the second summer session for our students. And there is one general application for the virtual summer experience program, and usually each college and department, they have individual applications for their summer bridge programs, but for this we wanted to create one experience for all students, and then we're going to break them into groups by major. So there's one application, and we opened it to Texas residents only. And we did make exceptions for some of our merit scholars to participate. And we actually do have quite a few regents and presidential scholars who have already been admitted into the program, which is really great. And we just wanted to try to keep the group smaller, so we make sure that we're keeping up with them and making sure that they are successful in this online environment. And during the first week, we're really going to focus on the students, making sure that they have everything they need as far as technology, making sure that their computers work, making sure they have all the software and things that they need to be in the program. They are still taking very rigorous classes, even though it's virtual. So we just want to make sure they have everything that they need. And we also are purchasing laptops for all of our participants. They'll be able to keep it for all 4 years that they attend Prairie View. So we're really excited about that as well. So during that first week, we're just going to be making sure that their laptops work, that they know how to use e-courses, that they know how to find online tutoring, and all of the resources that they need to be successful at Prairie View as incoming freshmen. And for courses and the student enrollment, all of our students will take 6 credit hours. And of course, this program is completely free to our students. They will be receiving a scholarship that will cover their 6 credits and all of their fees. And the first 3 hours are going to come from their major. So they're going to take a major course, and then they're also going to take English composition or a select curriculum course. And we do have a recommended daily class schedule and a study schedule. So Monday through Thursday, we want the students to be present between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. And this is just the different times that we're going to be active with the students. So they're going to be taking their classes during this time, as well as doing any special breakout sessions with their faculty directors. And we also have several different things that we're going to be doing with them during this time to make sure that they're connected to us and that they're really experiencing that summer bridge experience, although it's virtual. And then on Fridays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., our cohort directors are going to have their small group breakout sessions. And we're also going to be providing workshops for them so that they know everything about what Prairie View has to offer, and they know all of their campus resources, and it gives them an opportunity to engage with faculty and staff as well during the workshops, which we thought was really, really important. And we've been really, really excited about the program, and I've been excited and happy to work with Dr. Bradford, Mr. Rolock, and all of our faculty directors and staff who've been working hard to get all of our students involved. Right now, we are at 311 students, and when I checked the application pool today, I'm sure we'll be close to the 400 that we need. So now I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Bradford, and she's going to discuss specifically how we're going to connect with our students during the program. Dr. Bradford, you're still on mute.
Sorry. Okay, so it is, it's easy to offer courses, right? Because it would just be called online courses, you know, taking courses in the summer. So we had to take it one step further to figure out how to build in that connectivity. And especially during this time, we can't bring them on campus. So how can we get them to still connect to each other, to faculty and staff, to the campus resources? So these are some of the things that we're doing for that. We're going to have a virtual orientation course, which will take place the first week, like Ms. Clayton said. It'll take place for 1 week prior to the start of the instruction. And then the cohort directors and the students will have the opportunity to connect throughout the entire program. And then we're going to invite the campus community into what we're doing by having workshops and presentations, so the students will know what is available to them on campus. Okay, next slide.
I'm not sure why it's not changing for me.
Okay, well, I'll just talk. Okay, I was gonna say, okay. I'll talk. Okay, so during the virtual orientation course, like I said, it's gonna start 1 week prior. And the purpose of that is so that we can kind of work out all the kinks that we may have as far as if the internet is working, if your signal is great. Because one thing I found out about working virtually, your internet has to be something great. Because if it's more than one person that's on it, everybody's pulling from it. You can have a slow connection. So we're going to use that opportunity, that time, to go through and work out all of those problems that can arise during that time. And then also the students will be receiving the laptops, and we can make sure everything is in working condition. During that time, it'll give us a chance to bond with the students, and also it'll give the students a chance and the opportunity to bond with each other, because they'll have some learning activities and some modules that will be presented to them. And we're going to put all this in e-courses. So each one of the cohort directors will have their own section within e-courses, and they can go there, and the students will look, for example, with Panther Pride, they'll go there and they'll look and see Panther Pride and click that link. And I'll be able to communicate with them, talk to them, and do any presentations that I need to do specifically for that group. So we'll be able to connect in that aspect. Mr. Rolock is going to help resolve all of our issues that may pop up in e-courses, or anything reported by the students that, you know, maybe something has changed with their internet connection, or they're not comfortable with doing it this way. We can catch all those things in this orientation course, so that if we need to back them out because they're unable to participate, we can do that without them receiving any W's on their transcript. Okay, so some of the things that we're going to do. So this is like the overall program's opportunity to bond with the students. So we're starting off with a welcome from the provost. So Dr. Palmer will come on, and he will welcome the students to campus and give them any information that he's wanting to share. Then we'll have the student expectations presentation, and that should be done by Mr. John Gardner. So he's just going to tell them what are the expectations so that they'll know. We'll have a scavenger hunt that we're going to conduct on e-courses or any other online resources. just so that we know that students are able to access the different tools that we have. They're able to navigate, and they'll be able to turn their assignments in later when it's time for them to do that. The deans will have a time, so if they want to talk to the students and give them any specific information about a department, a major, careers, they're able to do that. They'll have their time during that week. And then the cohort directors will meet with the students daily, because we need to make sure along the way that we haven't lost anyone, because that's very important. And in the virtual world, you don't know if you've lost them. On campus, we know, because they'll come to you and say they want to go home, but they're already home. So we'll be able to connect and know that everyone's doing fine. Students are going to be expected during that time to watch the videos or participate in any workshops and complete an online activity. So we're planning to give them an online assignment, nothing great, nothing major, on the presentations that they're going to hear throughout the days. And they're going to turn those in the following day, so that we have, or the same day by 11:59, excuse me, so that we know that they're able to submit assignments when it's time for them to do that later in the 5 weeks during the program. Okay, so we said, how can we get the cohort directors to connect with their students? Because when we're on campus, we have that opportunity. I'm in the dorms, I go to the classrooms, I'm in the MSC at lunchtime, breakfast, dinner, so we have that opportunity then, but we had to come up with a way that we could do this in our virtual world. So the cohort directors, and like Ms. Clayton mentioned earlier, they are faculty and staff members on campus. They'll ensure that the students are following the recommended daily class schedule. So we know that they are participating between that 9 and 4 o'clock, whatever times they are expected to be available, that they're doing that. They are also expected to monitor the academic progress and the participation in the courses. Unlike previous summers, I can't go to the instructor and say, are you having any issues? Is everyone turning in assignments? But they can still do this virtually. The director will also keep the communications open with the professors, so they'll let them know that, just like we did before, if there's a problem, contact me and I'll be contacting you. The cohort directors will have virtual check-in meetings each day, just to ensure that the students are still active in their courses, and to provide any resources, like if they need tutoring online, they can direct them that way, so they'll know how to access the services. Okay, so they will also maintain a report indicating if the students have checked in or out. It's important for us to know that we haven't lost anyone along the way. So we have to do a lot of monitoring in this 6 weeks, just to make sure that whoever's on my roster at the beginning is still on my roster at the end, unless I knew that the person had decided to leave at some point. The cohort directors will provide academic and social workshops, and they'll have activities. So they'll have a space to meet with them every Friday between 9 and 12 o'clock, and they can do any presentations, they can talk about the college, they can do any of those things with the students. They can meet with them on e-courses. Like I mentioned earlier, they're gonna all have their own space that they can go to on e-courses and meet with their specific group of students. And then of course, we can always do Zoom. They'll have small group activities. There are a lot of fun things you can do. I played Family Feud on Zoom, and that was pretty fun. So they're gonna have to get creative, and they're gonna come up with different ways to communicate with their students. And then of course, the students love the group chats. They'll talk to each other in group chat, and the cohort director can also be a part of that. And then we can do teams, something that was new to me, I found out in this virtual world, but they can have team calls if they needed to do that. And that's a good way to call and have communication if you need to do a physical call with the student where you're not using your telephone number, you're using the the Teams to make the call, so that you can communicate. And I see we have some questions on the side. I'm gonna go back and get those in our question and answer period. So keep the questions coming. Okay, so when the students are on campus, some of you have seen us, we kind of trot them around to all the services and point it all out, or even have them do a scavenger hunt where they have to go to each one of the services so that they can know where they are and who to talk to. Well, we don't have that opportunity to do that, but we are inviting people from around the campus to come and do either recorded workshops or live workshops with the students. And these are some of the examples of the topics that we plan to cover. Time management, study tips, online learning, research online, career cruising, understanding financial aid, navigating degree works, getting involved, understanding your major, utilizing online and on-campus resources, and using e-courses and Panther Tracks. There are so many things that you can, talk to the students about, but unfortunately we have a limited time. So we're trying to pack in as much as possible. And we're trying to hit all of the things that students will need as they acclimate to the campus as a freshman. Oh, okay, we went through that pretty quickly. Okay, so at this point, I see we do have some questions on the side. And then the first one I saw was about foreign language. We have not added foreign language to the summer bridge. I'm not exactly sure why we have not, but we try to stay with all of the courses that every student will need. So to keep it really general, so we go with those basics. And we added taking English this time because that's a course that, I don't know if you guys know this, a lot of students are like seniors and never taken English the first part, and they're trying to take that before graduation. I'm not sure how they can get that far without it, but we try to focus on those things that we know we need to get students through. And if we can do it in the summertime, it's more beneficial for them.
Is there a way, since they have the humanities cohort, that for students who will be in the Braille for college, that foreign language might be offered? Because I think that I think in arts and sciences they do need foreign language, but since we have a lot of students who have waited until their senior year, then it might be a good thing if these students are very motivated.
Okay,
Or if
we can take that back.
Do a proposal.
We can take that suggestion back, since we just started humanities. This will be the first summer for the humanities summer bridge program. So, and their first summer is starting with a bang with, virtual world. But yeah, we could take that suggestion back and let those in power decide if that's what they want to do. But that is a good suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and then it said, I think it would be great to work on I do not know, Dr. Shepherd. Okay. And then that's a private one, so we'll talk about that. The application for the Summer Bridge program, is it still open? I'll let Ms. Clayton take over on that one.
It is still open until today, but I'm going to be checking the application on Monday as well, because I know there's going to be students who applied late this evening or on the weekend. So if you guys, I will put my email address in the chat. And so if you have any interested students, just shoot me an email and I can send you the application link. There are limited spots available, but definitely let me know if you have students who would like to apply.
And then for the merit scholars, yes, if they are non-Texas residents, they will still they can participate. The thing with out of state is they're 2 times as much as an in-state student. And even in the virtual world online courses, they're still being charged out of state fees. So we are trying to limit this, since this is our first go round with it, to the in-state students. But as you all know, the merit scholars, their out-of-state fees will be covered in the fall, as long as they can keep those grades up. So they will be covered as an in-state student in the fall. So that's why the provost decided to go ahead and allow them to participate. So if you know of someone who is a merit scholar and out of state, if they're still interested, they need to get in contact with Ms. Clayton as soon as possible. Okay, and then I have, when the students get the computer, who is responsible for the software they need loaded for the program? We had a meeting about this, and I know architecture and engineering, and I think nursing all had specific software that they needed their students to have loaded. And I don't know the answer to who's going to put the software on there for them.
It was our IT department, so they're going to get
Okay.
delivered to the campus first to add the software, add the tag numbers and all those things before we ship them out to students.
Yes. Any other questions? These are really good questions. And this is new. This is, you know, as you know, we are responding to the pandemic.
Yes.
We're trying to put something together, and there are not many blueprints out there on how to do something on this level. We did have a workshop recently that told you how to do it for 24 students, but on this level and in this capacity, yeah, no. Okay, it said, are the students expected to return the laptop after the program ends? No, at first it was a loaner. Then it was said that we will let them keep it. So they're not, they're at this point, today at 1:28 p.m., they get to keep the laptop, you know, and they'll keep it their entire time at PD. Me too. I hope that is the case, because it's going to be really hard trying to get them back, especially if we're not on campus in the fall. So I hope so too. Any other questions, comments, suggestions? Like I said, this is new, so your input is valued. So if you have anything else you would like to ask. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Well, if no one has questions, you can always contact us. I will officially be gone after May 29th, so June 1st, I will not be here anymore. I'm moving to St. Louis, as most of you know. So, but I'm still going to be involved remotely, not on the payroll. I'll be doing this because of my love for Miss Clayton and my love for the students. Yes, yes. So I will be doing this for both of them, the students and Miss Clayton. And so I will be in contact, but if you have any questions or if you need any information, you can contact Miss Clayton, because like I said, on the 29th, the moving truck is moving me away. So, but please contact Miss Clayton, and then you can, well, my email won't be active anymore, but if you have anything specifically you need to ask me, I'm still going to be available. All right, so this is what we plan to do. We're going to go ahead and, oh, thank you and farewell. I hate saying farewell.
I know.
But we have, this is what we're planning to do. We're quite excited about it. I think that this is going, if we could pull this off, which we will, this is going to be absolutely amazing. And it will be another feather in the hat for PD.
Yes.
So
definitely.
yeah, so we definitely will be able to do that, because it may be an opportunity for us to even offer this as the first summer session option, and then second summer session, you actually come to campus for the on-campus format. Who knows? You know, it just depends on how well it goes this summer.
Definitely. And thank you guys so much for listening to our presentation, and we're going to miss you so much, Dr. Bradford, and thank you for all your help and everything you've done for the university.
Yes, yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much. We really appreciate the information. I know we all feel much more informed and a little bit, you know, even more confident that you all have put in so much work in making sure that incoming students are going to be prepared and ready to hit the ground running, even if it's, you know, cyber ground running in the fall. So Dr. Bradford, we will miss you very, very much. Ms. Clayton, thank you both for your presentation today.
Thank you.
Great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, with that being said, we have about 4 minutes before our next.